Most Venerable Janisara, respected member of the Sangha, Your Excellency, Minister of Religious Affairs of Myanmar and friends in the Dhamma. I am here to join with you all to offer our moral support to Venerable Dr. Dhammasami and his team for his wholesome effort to set up this Shan State Buddhist University with the support of the Myanmar government and Shan State. I share with the idea of Most Venerable Janisara that this excellent effort of opening Buddhist University should be carried on the other part of this Buddhist land. More than that, I have an idea, my personal conviction that Buddhist education is very important, not only to propagate Buddhism, but also for the survival of Buddhist culture. So, as Rector of Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University, I personally support the opening of Buddhist university here and there in the world. And here I come to share with you my experience of my, maybe I won't call it a success story, but success and failure in operation of Buddhist university, one of the Buddhist universities in Thailand. And when I was listening to my friend Venerable Janisara, beautiful description of Karaniyametta Sutra, the quality of missionary monks, the question comes to our mind whether missionary work is a part of university's training or not. So to answer this question, I will continue. I will say, yes, it is, but how and why? I will try to explain to you here. That is Buddhist contribution to higher education in the term of promotion of Buddhist cultures, not only education and in other aspects. Anyway, because of the time constraint, I have to use PowerPoint because there is a proverb. One picture is worth 1,000 words. It helped me to save my time because I have many things to share with you, but only just 1 hour. Not enough time to express my conviction or my understanding to you. And I see this kind of opening ceremony and the construction of the buildings here in SSBU as a good preparation for the Buddhist university which focus on research. To have a research university operated is not easy one. Many universities want to be research university, focus on research work for MA and BA, PhD degrees, and which is different from teaching university, which diversifies effort in teaching the BA classes. See, you have to find your strength. If you use SWOT analysis, what is strength, what is weakness, what is opportunity, and what is the threat. To analyze your situation, then you will come to the conclusion, what kind of university that you want to start here. And I have heard most about Dr. Dhammasami talk about research university, focus on research, tutorial, methodology, whatever it is. That is for research, writing paper, writing thesis. To that purpose, you have to prepare well. And a proverb is, a job well begun is a job half done. Another thing is that the way we operate our university in Thailand, our Buddhist university, Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University, in a modern, modern phase, because this university is more than 100 years old. It developed through many phases. When it came to my hand as rector about almost 20 years ago, I planned for a new chapter, a modern phases of my university. Approximately since we have got recognition, formal recognition from the Thai government in terms of the University Act in the year 1997. So we began the construction project of the present campus, as you can see in the picture. That not only preparation that we have done, what we call to construct buildings is concerned with hardware. What about software? In computer jargon, hardware is about building the concrete objects. What about manpower? What about management? That is software of operation of this great learning center. So the same thing, the same question came to our minds when we start constructing our present campus in Wang Noi, Ayutthaya. What next after we complete our construction project of the buildings? So our experience will help you to understand our difficulty. Before I go to that, I emphasize another kind of preparation again. I quote here Abraham Lincoln, former president of the United States, he said about the preparation for great works. He said, I quote, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree. I will spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe." The preparatory period is very significant. That's why I would like to support Venerable Dr. Dhammasami for your preparation period in terms of hardware, software, manpower, whatever it is. That's why I quote it especially for you. Not in a hurry to start the course, the teaching, or whatever it is, before you are ready. 6 hours for cutting down a tree, you spend now like 4 hours for sharpening the instrument. I agree with you for that. So to give you example of failure and success and failure in my capacity as rector of MCU, Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University, in short is MCU. Although our university fortunately supported by King's government and the Thai people, but it is not without some kinds of problems. To help you understand the background of our university, I would say that historically our university is set up by King Chulalongkorn in the year 1887. The purpose of founding this university in His Majesty was to provide Tripitaka studies, study of Tripitaka studies and higher education for monks and lay people. When the question raised later on whether MCU should admit lay people to study in our university or not, we said, why not? Because the founder of university, King Chulalongkorn, wanted lay people to join our university. So no objection from the public since then. Because it was intention of the founder, the king, 100 years ago, that monks should provide Buddhist education to the society, either for the sake of knowledge or propagation of Buddhism, missionary works, or whatever it is, in His Majesty's mind. So that's why we diversify our effort, not only to provide education, Buddhist education to monks, but also to lay people nowadays. This started 100 years ago. The policy laid down by the founder, the king. However, our monks were not ready to operate a Buddhist university in a modern form. So they taught Pali studies only, without secular subjects found in higher education in modern university. So it remained to be the traditional center of Pali study for 60 years before we turned our university to be a full-fledged university in a modern form. That's why we set up the first faculty of Buddhist studies in 1950, about 60 years ago, more than 60 years ago, that we started a program in Buddhist studies in a modern form of university since then. Then in 1997, that is 20 years ago, Thai government passed an act or enact the act of Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University in 1997. This is the latest phase of our development. It became, in section 7 of the act, this university is a public or state university. Enable us to teach and issue the degrees for our students from BA up to PhD with the full recognition from the government, Thai government and other institutes in the world. Now I come to answer the question whether missionary works or ministry work is a part of our university or not. We look into section 6 of our University Act. The objectives of university prescribed in the act like this. I quote, you can look at the screen. The university is the institute of education and research with the objectives to provide education, research, to give academic service. See? Service, your words, Venerable Yanisra. It is objectives, one of the objectives of university, this university, MCU, to provide not only education, research, but also to give academic service to society. And also to foster and maintain the art and culture. We interpret that for any university in the world or even in Thailand, especially in Thailand, we have 4 objectives. Traditionally, other universities in the world have 3 objectives. But in our university, we have 4. Why 4? I will explain to you. The diagram here shows that teaching is one of its objectives. Research. And the third mission depends on activities, whether it is for social service or just immerse your student and professor in society or help to develop the nation, whatever it is. The third mission is left for the university to have special characteristics. What would it be for missionary work? It would be here, the third one. But all the universities in the world have to teach, especially for the undergraduate level. It's a teaching university. For postgraduate level, they have to encourage to do research. So in my country, some universities are opt to be teaching university, like Ratchapat. Most of Ratchapat University in Thailand, they focus on teaching. Whereas the leading university, or some university like NIDA in Thailand, focus on postgraduate course for research only. It's research university. But our university, MCU, is a mix. For the professional branches, we focus on teaching undergraduate level. At the headquarters at Wang Noi in Bangkok, we focus on research. Like we set up International Buddhist Study College for research works. So this is a mixture of the missions in our university. Why? I will explain to you. What about the third mission? It depends on the characteristic of the university. Like a medical university like Mahidol, they focus on giving medical service to society. What about our university, Buddhist university? Missionary works, ministry works is our focus in the third and fourth mission. So before I go to our university, I told you that to be prudential, we have to do some kinds of research. What about the ancient university, Buddhist university in the ancient time? What did they do? Like Nalanda University. I set up a committee to do research on rise and fall of Nalanda University in the ancient time in India. It comes with the report to me before I form a vision or philosophy of my university. That is 20 years ago. So I assigned a team led by my deputy rector for academic affairs, Prasri Kampirayan, to be exactly, to do this job and report to me why Nalanda succeeded and why it failed. The success story you can find from many literatures. But the problem of Nalanda is that it became an island of scholars within the compound without much work on social service. or missionary works. It was written that when Narada was burnt down, the villagers around the campus joined the hand of the robbers to destroy our learning center. This is a painful account. Why not the people have to protect the villagers surrounding Narada University, have to protect our learning institution? Why they join hands with the invader to loot the properties of the university? I think this is the question raised by a scholar, and I ask myself, I don't know the answer, but I think one thing is that university should do the social service for society to propagate our religion. More than that, our center of learning should not be one and only one, only in one place. We should set up branches to help each other. So, I quote again, only a fool learns from his own mistakes. The wise man learns from the mistake of others. The mistakes of others can be our guideline. The reason that we can learn from Narada can help us shape our vision and to plan for our operation. So, instead of focusing our effort only in the headquarters in one place, I diversify my university effort to set up 10 campuses around the country and join hands to work together. Not to move the monks, students and lay people from up country to study just at the headquarters in Bangkok. 10 branches, 15 colleges throughout the country. Right now we have 20 extended classroom and academic center in other provinces. So altogether we have 45 branches, including the headquarters here and there, to set up a network of university. And we have our partnership outside Thailand. We call affiliated institute. We open our class for MA and BA degrees in Taiwan, in Taiwan, in South Korea, Singapore, one in Kandy, Sri Lanka, and for PhD degree in Hungary. And we have Dhammasami to be our visiting professor there. So that is the reason that we draw from experience of Narada. We should have more branches here and there. At Sitaku, a brother in Yangon and others. Now, from what we learned from the past experience, we summarize the gist of the functions of our university. Maybe different from others. Number one, no doubt, is about teaching, provide education to stakeholders. Don't forget the stakeholder, the society that invests money to build the building. For what purpose? To provide education to young generation our population, at least we have to provide education for them. And for a deep knowledge, we need research. We have to set up the research institute or whatever in our university to have research as a part of education in postgraduate level. Number 3, we have to train our monks to do academic service. That is social service with the support of research and education in the classroom, to take academic service as a part of the curriculum. Believe it or not, our monk students spend 4 years in classes, 4 years for BA classes, but they are not eligible to receive the degree after the completion of 4-year course. They have to go out to do academic service and to propagate Buddhism for 1 whole year before coming back together and receive the degree from Sangharaja. So for the Thai student, it means 5-year courses for BA. But for the foreigner, like from Myanmar, they spend 4 years with us and return to Myanmar to do academic service, social service, whatever it is. So the 1 year for training them in ministry works and missionary works to serve society. Come to learn, live to serve is our aim. So right now we have about 25,000 students working for BA, MA and PhD. Out of this number, about 30 or 40% of our students are lay people. Lay people have to do the social works also for 300 hours. This answers the question whether missionary works or administrative work is a part of university training or not. I say yes. It's one of the 4 functions of our university. Number 1 is teaching, number 2 is research, doing research, number 3 academic service, and number 4 promotion of Buddhist culture, that is propagation of Buddhism. We come to after we have trial and error, we discover our own philosophy in 2007. Now it become the guideline of our university. It's a kind of a vision. That means this university, our university, is to provide Buddhist studies integrated into modern science for the purpose of mental and social development. You will see, okay, Tripitaka studies are there. Focus on Tripitaka study. By applying the Buddha teaching to modern science. So the monks have to study the modern subjects like English language, Buddhist psychology, even the political science, education, for the purpose of development of mind and society. So monks and lay people cannot just study, but they have to study with intention to return to society for development. Why we have to study modern science? I quote Albert Einstein. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. What he means, you just try to think about it. Science and religion go together. For our student to be a complete person, we have to learn Buddhism and other religions integrated into modern science. That's why, by integration I mean an act of combining Buddhism into everyday life. We live in the world full of science and technology, knowledge of science and technology. That's why there are 5 faculties at MCU. Faculty of Buddhism focus on Tripitaka study, Pali studies, even comparative religion. You have Department of Comparative Religion here. Faculty of Education, to train our monks to apply the Buddha Dhamma in education. Faculty of Humanities, to propagate Buddhism in foreign languages, and to be master in Buddhist psychology, how to apply, how to mix meditation practice with daily life, like in the field of Buddhist psychology, in your hospital. There will be the patient who we call in terminal state, like the cancer. We do not just kill the body of the patient. How we console the mind of the patient in terminal state, hopeless states, to live the world, this life, in peace. So in that case, we have the BA course called Life and Death, to train our students to preach the Dhamma to the patient in terminal state and their relatives. Mental health for them. This MA course in Life and Death is very popular for the nurse, doctors in medical service. They come to learn in our university. The Faculty of Social Science, because there are about 30,000 temples throughout Thailand. We need the capable administrator of the temple. We train our monks to be capable abbots, to take care of administrative work of the temples. We have Department of Social Science, Social Works, to send missionary monks to and graduate school, no doubt, that we have to focus in research. When that is a function of university, what about the scope of curriculum? How many percentage that you devote to academics, to the social service, for academic excellence, for Buddhist studies, and for modern sciences? To diversify the scope of curriculum, I turn to UNESCO report of the Commission on Education in 1996. In this report, it summarized the pillars or the scope of curriculum into 4 pillars of education. It means all level of education, primary, secondary, and higher education, have to include 4 pillars of education in their curricula. Number 1, the first pillar is learning to know. Number 2, learning to do. Number 3, learning to live together. And number 4, learning to be. You cannot just focus your curriculum on academic excellence alone, because that is just one pillar. Learning to know only. And not just to do only social service alone without academic achievement, because that would be learning to do only. So, what about peace education? Peace education is a part of learning to live together that we have discussed at your Sitaku 10 days ago. World peace, to live together. What is the role of university for peaceful coexistence? And what about university education bring out the development inside man so that he can realize the potentiality within himself or herself, learning to be a complete human being, not just a machine in a factory. How our university contribute to these 4 pillars of education, especially Buddhist university, like Shan State Buddhist University, Mahachulalongkornrajavidyalaya University, Sitaku University. How we contribute for development in 4 pillars. Did you have to think about? If we can answer this question, it means it is a Buddhist contribution to higher education in the present day. We provide our answer to UNESCO, starting from our experience at MCU and other. First, we have to understand what they mean by learning to know. For general understanding, learning to know means you have to learn the subject like science, mathematics, language, to arm the student with knowledge of science and technology. But what Buddhism can contribute to this part is that not only the subject matter involved here, but also the learning method, how to learn, learning methodology, how to develop our students to be more efficient in study. They means good, better memory. Equip our students with better memory, with better concentration, better way of thinking. We find these methodologies in the Buddha teachings. We train our students how to focus, how to develop a good strategy of memory by practicing meditation. University have to devise the method of meditation practice not only to liberate our mind from defilements, not only to attain enlightenment, but how to think with concentration, how to have yoniso manasikara, wise attention. Yoniso manasikara, wise attention, or critical thinking in a Buddhist way, what is it? We should invent innovation in this field of mental development in such a way that our student will be in a better capacity to grasp the knowledge